Hi everyone, this is going to be a video for the sign of Aquarius. I did already pre-shuffle the deck, so I'm going to jump into some of the messages that I got while I was shuffling and while I was just kind of like sitting in your energy. So Aquarius, I definitely felt like a tower moment was coming if it hadn't already happened. You're in the process of like walking away from something or walking towards something. You're in the process of making decisions as well. This could be a decision about which direction that you're choosing to go, or like which partner you're choosing to go towards, because I feel like there are multiple people in your energy. But then that also could be job opportunities, and that also could be like family and whatnot. So of course not everything's always related to love, but yeah, so hopefully these messages will resonate in some way, shape, or form. If not, just toss them, no big deal. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and start. So I did already shuffle all three of my decks, so I'm going to use that one last, and then that one. But let's start with the Romance Angels. So I already shuffled this. On the bottom of the deck, you actually have reconciliation. Interesting. Okay. You have playfulness, keep an open mind. It is safe for you to love and romantic feelings. However, both of these came out in reverse, so I am going to take that into consideration because I'm being shown a perspective with it. You might be resisting a little bit to be playful with someone. So if you've had a new connection come into your life, you might be resisting it a little bit and like holding back. They're saying open that up, like be playful. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit to shine. Of fun to shine. Sorry, I just messed that up. But obviously you can see on the bottom of the card. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So I definitely get an energy where you might be holding that back, like resisting like the flow of things, because you might be unsure. You might not be sure about whoever's coming into your life or whatever the connection might be. So you do have keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. This is always a card for me that tells me that it's like, it's someone, like there's a connection here that you're aware of, but like you consciously might not be aware of what kind of connection it is, or you might be fighting it, resisting it, hence the not willing to be playful. Because the way that I saw this when it came out in reverse was like a hesitation to be like, should I open up on this level? Should I not open up on this level? Should I let this person see this side of me, or should I just kind of stay a little bit more detached? They're saying like open your mind, keep a open perspective about who this person is, what they can. I almost just said what they can offer you, and I don't mean that in like a materialistic way. I actually mean that on a soulful level, because they might be able to offer you some type of like balance, healing. Seems like you have a pretty powerful connection here. You have it is safe for you to love, but it also came out in reverse, which tells me that there's a little bit of a blockage there, like there was with playfulness, where there's a hesitation of being like, I don't know if this is safe, I don't know if I should keep moving, I don't really know if this is the right person for me, I'm a little bit hesitant on my feelings, I'm not really sure if I should open up, like is it safe to open up, are they just going to do what everybody else did? Like there's a lot of like reminiscing over the past, over whatever connection this is. It very much well could be triggering some things that you have that may be unhealed. Meaning if you had a string of like not so great relationships in the past where like you've just been like, burned consistently with stuff, like you're going to be very hesitant when it comes to this person, because this person is triggering all of those like vulnerability feelings and being like, oh gosh, like if I open up like I did last time, is the same thing going to happen again? Like there's something like that here. But I also see that you're on your way, like there involves some type of travel. Like you might be at a distance from this person, but it's like drivable distance. Or maybe you could be a little bit farther, because there is two different lands here. Like there's like a forest and then there's like a city. So like somebody could like live out in the country, another person could live closer to the city. Yeah, but like you guys you're being pulled somewhere. Like you're being pulled towards something. But they're saying it's okay for you to open up your heart and like keep an open perspective about what it is. Especially because like it was safe for you to love came out in reverse, so it's like a blockage. Where, excuse me, there goes my throat chakra. It's like a blockage. And you're like, do I do it? Do I not do it? You have romantic feelings as well. So your feelings are real and worth exploring. So in both of these cards, it's like you guys enjoy spending time together, or you will enjoy spending time together. Like you guys are like all over each other. There's something very youthful about the connection where it like brings you to life in a different way. Like it brings a different type of energy to the board. So with romantic feelings, it's like your feelings are real and worth exploring. So again, there's a lot of guidance towards this connection. And then on the bottom of the deck, you have reconciliation. So like this is someone who you could have known from the past or from a past life, if you believe in that. Of course, some people don't, so it's okay. That's why I say it. This is a powerful connection, like straight up. I don't think you, Aquarius, like I don't think you realize like how intense this connection actually is. I think you're kind of like living in your own little world right now, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, but like you have a connection that's like boiling, like under the surface. Like I'm just seeing like the earth, and then I'm seeing like lava, and it's like molten lava, and it's like boiling. Not in like a bad nay, but bad nay. Okay. Okay. Maybe you're dealing with someone who like deals with animals or deals with horses, because I said nay, and it kind of reminds me of a horse, and there's a horse on this card that I was kind of drawn to, but I didn't say anything about it because I was like, oh, horses are cool. So this person might like horses, or like maybe they have like, maybe there's something about the horse as like a totem animal or like a spirit animal that's like important for you to know right now. Maybe the horse has a message for you, or maybe this person actually does work with horses, or eventually will work with animals in some way, shape, or form, or work with horses. I don't really know. But, be careful who you're talking to about the situation, because this is something that you want to use your soul for. You don't want to get too many people's opinions. Unless they're like people who you can really trust, who like have your best interest at heart, but like aren't selfish. And like I'm not saying that in a bad way, but sometimes like even people who have like your best interest at heart like don't want to see you like move away, or don't want to see you do something, but in reality it could be an opportunity that's very good for you, and very good for your growth. Because you're being pulled to like travel, you're being pulled to go somewhere. And like when you go, it's like you reunite with this person, and it's like I'm actually seeing like these cards being like the past life, where it's like you guys had a connection in the past when you guys were like younger, and now here you are older, and the connection's like still there. You see what I'm saying? And like my throat chakra is like doing like some funky stuff right now, so like I think that's very interesting, because you guys might be not be in communication yet, or you guys could be in communication, but somebody's not saying exactly how they feel. Like they're not revealing like their true feelings for you, because it's like there's like a stutter of like, how do I get this out? Like how do I say this? Or like how do I identify these feelings? But it's like you two are like being pulled together. Like there's a connection that's being pulled together. And I know earlier in the reading I said not everything's about love and romance, but we're reading the romance angel cards right now, just so that I can like throw some of that in, because lately when I've been doing readings, they've been more oriented towards the self, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just I know a lot of people will say, you know, like, what about the connection, blah, 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 you know what I mean? So it's like I can't always guarantee what comes out, but at least if I use romance angels, then I can at least get something about some type of relationship, even if it has nothing to do with the rest of the read. See what I'm saying? So, yeah, I hope that makes sense. Anyway, drink some coffee. This is powerful. I don't know if you guys known each other. Like, I don't know if you've known somebody since you were a kid, or if this is just like a past life. because you're being brought back together at a different time. That's why it kind of draws me to like a past life, because it's like you guys could have been together in another lifetime, but like something happened, and then this time around, like you guys are being brought back together. So, or maybe nothing happened in the past and you guys just had a really great life together in the past, and that you guys are being brought back together again for whatever reason that might be. It's like something was young and then now it's like you're coming back to it more mature, or like with learning more lessons. And that's why it kind of pulls me into like that past life thing, because it's like maybe your souls were younger in a past life and you guys didn't do everything that you were set out to do, and so then you guys are getting another go around like this lifetime, and you guys are coming back together to like finish what you guys started. Whew, that's pretty deep. But yeah, they're really emphasizing keeping yourself open and not having these blockages, because whatever connection this is, it's being brought back together. But again, be careful who you're talking to about it, because some people might like discourage you or like make you like not want to, like they could like, I don't want to say that because it's like but that's really what it is though. It's like the people who you're communicating with, like as much as they might have like, you know, your best interest or whatever, just be careful, because sometimes people can say stuff that like discourages you from doing stuff, and like you don't want to weigh that too heavy in like what you feel you need to do, because if you feel like you're being pulled to something in your soul, it's like a deep pull, then like you have to do what's best for your soul at that point, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like emphasizing like just be careful of like who you're talking to, what information that you're sharing about this connection, because this is like a, not saying it's like not going to happen, because it's obviously being pulled together, but there's like a shakiness with like the keep an open mind, and that it is safe for you to love, because with these and the playfulness, with playfulness coming out in reverse, with keep an open mind in the middle, and it is safe for you to love in reverse, it's a blockage that could delay things. It's a blockage that could delay your perspective from changing, or delay you from seeing the truth about the situation when it comes to how you feel or how the other person feels, and it could delay this reconciliation that's being brought together, is really what I'm trying to say here. So let me grab another deck and I'll leave these out and see if we can get a little story that goes with this. Now, of course, in other cards, I'll pick up on other stuff, obviously, because these are just romance angels. I love these cards, though. All right, so I did already pre-shuffle all of my decks, like I said. So, damn. Damn. Oh, boy. Okay. Damn. Okay, so you have appreciation, the temple path, the third chakra card, the first chakra card, man holding a heart. At the bottom of the deck, you have walking away. Alright. Appreciation came out in reverse, okay? So this adds up to be a 6, and this is also with movement forward. So with appreciation coming out in reverse, with playfulness coming out in reverse originally, this is talking about that blockage that I was talking about not being able to see the beauty of something clearly, not being able to look at something clearly with a clear perspective. There's a lot of appreciation in whatever this is. This person could admire you, or you admire this person, but you guys are definitely at a distance from each other. Clear as day. Like, you both are being guided by your ancestors, by your guides, whomever you source from. You are being guided by those powers to come into this path. Because the temple path, straight up, like you can read it out of the book, it is about following your divine path, being put on your divine path. There are like these little orbs right here. Those are your ancestors. Those are your guides. They're pulling you into this path. They're unblocking all of these blockages. Like your root chakra is being unblocked, and your solar plexus, and then your heart's lit up, and then your crown is lit up in this card. Even though it's the third chakra, these all are lit up. See what I'm saying? So it's like having the ability to unblock and to see the truth of this, because somebody has a lot of emotion. See, man holding heart. This is somebody who wants to offer emotion, some type of emotional stability, especially over the romantic feelings card. This could be someone who wants to take action on it, but they're just kind of sitting. They're not really doing anything right now. They're just kind of waiting. And you're kind of doing the same thing. Like you're just waiting, admiring from a distance, or they're admiring you from a distance. But I feel like you already see this. Like I feel like you already see the path in front of you, but you're just like, there's a hesitation, and it has to do with these chakra cards. You see what I'm saying? Because that's where the blockage is. And both of these cards fall right on over top of it, where it's like, with it is safe for you to love being a blockage, and then the root chakra card coming out, like that's what I'm saying, because like your root deals with being able to feel security, being able to feel safe, like having that vulnerability. So the fact that that's being removed and that that's being clear, because when these cards come out, it's meaning that you're going to successfully unblock that. So that's great. That blockage is going to be cleared. And it's like you're going to see the truth in a situation, because you might not know exactly where you're going, but you have an idea, because you're following your intuition, you're following your soul. And I just got like a rush of heat. So like, you're like, if you work with, if you do energy work, like you're going to get like a burst of energy. Like you're going to just be like, whew. What's that word? Like a conduit? Like you're just going to be like a, whew. I don't know how else to describe it other than like you're just going to feel this like rush of energy come over you. And it's not a bad thing. I think it's healing, but it's intense. It's like all of your chakras opening up, like the ones that were blocked are being opened. And when this happens, like you're going to feel this like energy just like flow through you, and it's going to be really powerful, and it's going to help you change your perspective on being able to see if something is worth investing in, worth being vulnerable in. Like you're going to have this freedom. And I think that's why they're also emphasizing keep an open mind, because the path is, you're going in the right direction, and it's having that open perspective to just know that you're going in the right direction, and that you don't always need like you could have a map in your hand, and it's like you're following the line on the map to where you need to go, but like you're just not really sure of like where it is. But like I know that's a weird way to put it, but that's kind of how we get led sometimes, because it's like I feel like you're getting breadcrumbs from spirit. Like I don't want to say it like that, because it's like kind of like breadcrumbs. Like what do you mean? But it's like you're getting like little hints here and there. So just pay attention to what's going on around you, the symbolism, the synchronicities. Pay attention to like what you feel, what you're thinking about when you see synchronicities, like what's on your mind at that time. Focus on tapping into your heart and like listening to like what is it that your heart really wants, because I feel like you're at the end of like a transitional point, and like whatever it might be, it's like you're transitioning from an old cycle into something new, which is great. Like I don't know if this is your energy, or if I'm gonna say it's your energy, Aquarius. This appreciation energy, meaning that like the person that you're dealing with really admires you and really appreciates what you do. Like you might work with flowers, or like you might like to garden, or you might like to be outside doing stuff with plants. Like whatever it is, they see you as being very like homey, like very like nurturing of like the plants, the animals, like everything around you, and like they see that you're content. And like this other person is just kind of like watching you, and it's like they have a lot of emotion, but they might not have said anything about it yet, but they're watching you from a distance, waiting for that reconciliation, especially right over the romantic feelings card. But see, you got to move forward with something though. Like I don't know if they're waiting on you, and I know some of you might be like, what do you mean they're waiting on me? But like you might be holding back and not knowing it. Like if they like, I don't know if you guys like text or whatever, but like you might be like holding back from like expressing and then it makes them hold back. You see what I'm saying? So, and I'm not like one of those people who's like, oh no, they should express first, blah blah blah. Like, I think if you feel it, you feel it, and that's what it comes down to. But you got to trust yourself. You got to trust yourself on it, because there's something about this that scares you. It might be commitment. It might be emotional commitment. That might be what scares you. And not in a bad way. It's just intimidating because of just maybe things that you've been through, or just maybe like you are really comfortable living the lifestyle that you're living, and it's like, oh geez, like, do I really want to step into this next phase? Like, am I ready for this? Because you let something go from the past that was like holding you back. It was kind of like dead shrubs, like dead plants. Like, it wasn't, it had no life. There was no nurturing. Like, whatever it was that you were focusing on, like you can make things grow out of the soil. Like, you can cultivate something, you can love something, like, but whatever you were trying to put your energy into, it just wasn't flourishing. It wasn't. So you chose to walk away from it, and now you're like getting on your path, but you gotta follow like the breadcrumbs to get there. And I feel like it's the same for this person too, because especially with like walking away at the bottom of the deck over here, like, you're going towards your happiness whether you realize it or not. Like, you're going to align with this person because someone sees you, like, they admire you. Let me see what the next card would have been. Wow. Yeah, 4th chakra, heart chakra card. Like, wow. Yeah, it's your heart space. That's your heart space. So yeah, this all has to do with like your heart chakra. Like, somebody, whether it's you or the person that you're connecting with, like, you guys are releasing a lot of blockages that you've had so that this can come into alignment, because there's something about a purpose here. There's something about a path here, and being open towards it, because you might have a different idea for what you think your path is, but in reality it's something else. And I hate to say that, but like, that happens a lot, because I mean, think about it. Like, people will, you know, fall in love with a career and they'll work and they'll work that same job for like, you know, 30 to 50 years, and they're like, and then one day they wake up and they're like, this isn't for me anymore. And it's like, there's that transition of like, okay, like, your path is changing now. Like, it could be a scenario like that, but it's like, you might have had like an idea for like what your life was like going to look like, but it's like they're saying keep an open mind with this, because the person coming towards you is someone who has a lot of emotional stability, who's going to help. Like, you guys are going to bring something together. You guys are going to do something together, but it's going to take a little bit. I don't know if that's because of travel or if it's because of these blockages, because they're both kind of right on top of each other, where it's like, as these blockages are getting sorted out, then there's like this travel, and it's kind of like, okay, what do I do? Like, and you both are kind of like feeling the same thing. This masculine's not necessarily taking action right now, though. They're just watching and admiring. Yeah, that's the word. They're admiring. I just like stuttered over my words. You might be dealing with somebody who actually who has a stutter. I feel like I've said that before. Anyway. Anyway, I feel like that's a message that came out before. Or they might have like a little stutter, or they might stumble over their words a lot, or like when they talk to you, they might stumble over their words. Like, pay attention to that. There's something about green. The color green. I'm not sure. My hair. Anyway, so let me pull some. Oops, sorry. It's probably not the best place for me to put my coffee. Oh wait, I don't like that right there. I get like that. Okay. Alright, so pull some cards. Oof, might be dealing with a Taurus. Oh. What? That's funny. Ooh, Tower at the bottom of the deck. What? Scorpio energy. Okay. You have the Hierophant, the Eight of Swords, the Three of Swords, the King of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, and the High Priestess. They're having the Hierophant and the High Priestess on both ends of this spread right now is very significant. This is a lot of like spiritual energy that's going on right now. There was somebody, whether it be you or the person that you're connecting with, they were kind of stuck in their own energy because they were upset about things that had happened in the past, the way that things went down in the past. They were sad about something not working out in their favor, or something working out the way that they didn't think it would work out. It was keeping them stuck. Like this Three of Swords energy, feeling backstabbed, feeling like walked all over, feeling like hurt, and just feeling like victimized, honestly. Like that's what was keeping somebody stuck. Now this could be you or the person that you're dealing with. Spiritually, there's a healing that's taking place, like I've already mentioned. There is a significant healing taking place right now, even though the star's not on the board. That energy is present, especially the High Priestess and the Hierophant here. It's like there's two spectrums here of spirituality that are being brought together. You have one energy that's very intuitive, that's very connected in the spirit realm, and with what they do. And then you have another energy who is also very spiritual and very connected in what it is that they do. There might be religious differences or spiritual differences. Like you guys might have two different backgrounds when it comes to like whatever it is that you believe. But in all actual reality, you guys are very similar to each other. But like there might be like a difference in that aspect of like your beliefs or spiritual practices or religious differences. Somebody knew that something was going to take place. Like they saw it coming. There's somebody who has a lot of emotion that they want to express. It's like there's a feminine energy on the board who intuitively is connected and knows that something's going to happen. There's a lot of emotion that they want to express. But I think this is very significant because here is represented of a masculine energy on this card, and then this is a feminine energy of this card on this card, and they both have hearts in their hands. So it's like they're willing to give that. They're willing to express that. And then you also have like this appreciation card with the King of Pentacles. So it's kind of like you guys are both very balanced in like your masculine and feminine energies here. Like you're both balanced within each other enough to offer stability and emotional stability. And I hope that that makes sense, because like you guys have a balance going on right now that you might not even see. Because somebody's still kind of caught up in this like Eight of Swords, Three of Swords thing. And this has to do with the past. Like for sure has to do with the past. Because it's over top of the blockages. This feeling stuck energy has actually kept you from moving forward on your path. You have the King of Pentacles. This is an energy who wants to offer stability. Somebody who wants to like nurture and take care of the foundation, the stability they want to build together. And then you have the Queen of Cups, who's very intuitive, very nurturing, emotional, very connected in their emotions. It's like that mom energy and then that father energy. And then you have the High Priestess here over top of it. And it's like you both have something to bring to the table. Absolutely 100% sure. Like you both are bringing the same components to the table. And this is a Tower moment because you guys both are recognizing each other as being like, well, wow, like there's something else here. You have the Ace of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and then the Seven of Swords. See, in this deck, the Seven of Swords is a little bit different, so I'll go on to explain that in just a second, once I get the rest of the story here. There is strategizing going on here. Strategizing. With the Ace of Cups being present here, it's like somebody knows. Like they know that there's something meant to come forward. Like somebody knows that there's a higher purpose for something, but they're stuck. They're very slow moving when it comes out, like when they're coming out of this energy here with the Eight of Swords and the Three of Swords. Whatever it is that they're holding on to in their past, they're moving on from it, but it's just not at the pace that you might like. Because like this person's just very cautious, very slow, but with the Knight of Pentacles, they get to where they're going. Like they're very reliable, they're very slow moving, but they're also very good at what they do. They're very diligent with what they do. And then there's going to be communication that comes in. And then somebody's going to take action. And somebody's also hoping that you're going to accept something from them, or they're hoping that you are going to take them back, because there's been some type of a reflection. So I don't know if like maybe you already know this person in this lifetime, and like maybe it didn't work out in the past because of something that happened, and they want to like offer you some type of like, they want to take action towards something, but there's something with hope here where it's like they hope something works out, or they hope that you're open to receiving. I think that might be what it is. Hold on one second. Oh yeah. Because there's an energy here that's very nurturing, but the energy that's very nurturing is hoping that this King of Pentacles is going to receive that emotion very well. So I don't know if you're dealing with somebody who's kind of more stoic, where they don't really express a lot of emotion, but see on the inside though, they have a lot of emotion, they just haven't said anything about it. And so this Queen of Cups energy with the High Priestess is like, okay, like, are they going to accept this? Are they not going to accept this? Like, are they gonna return this emotion? Because this person is very stable. See what I'm saying? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy with Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. It's like the person you're connecting with might reciprocate differently than what you're used to, because they reciprocate in stability. They reciprocate through hard work and like time being put into something. They reciprocate, like their love language is a little bit different. But there's a healing that needs to take place, but it's very slow. But that's okay, because this person is healing thoroughly, which is very important, because if they weren't, then it would kind of be like a mess, you know what I'm saying? But they go from the Knight of Pentacles to taking things very slow, very stable, to like taking action very fiery, very passionately. Like you go from the Eight of Wands to the Nine of Wands, and this is like somebody taking action towards something and like actually doing something about it and being very quick about it. And it might kind of take you by surprise if you're the energy that's been kind of just like okay, like I know that this is here, but I'm just kind of like just vibing, like I'm just gonna do my thing. And like, you know that this other person was going through like a healing, or you can tell that they still need to heal some parts about themselves. Like they're gonna come at you and you're gonna be like, whoa, like where did this come from? Because a couple days ago you were like super slow moving and like didn't know, and then all of a sudden it's like you wake up one day and you have like this long message on your phone, and it's like bah, 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 because this person has a lot of emotion. And then with the Tower card here, it's like something just, it swings through and you're like, whoa, like something very quick, abrupt. It's going to shift your perspective on a foundation. Yeah, it's going to shift your perspective on a foundation for sure. Yeah, because this person doesn't want to deal with competition. Like this person's the type of person where like if they feel like you have competition, or they have competition around them, they want to knock out the competition. So they might be in their head a little bit, and like what might get them to move is wanting to like tie something down. I hate to put it that way, but it's like somebody wants to set it in foundation to start building the Ten of Pentacles, because you have the Ten of Pentacles right here that I just pulled. This person wants that, and it's like they don't want to have to compete with anybody else in order to get it. So you're dealing with somebody who is very wow. You're dealing with somebody who, when they want something, they go get it, and they don't let people take it from them. And I don't know, like maybe you like that kind of energy, but this is not like, not possessive, but definitely like when you date this person, like you date this person, like they don't like they like, I don't want to say it that way because it sounds very territorial, but this person is kind of territorial, where it's like, okay, like I see it, I want it, I'm gonna go get that, and nobody else is gonna have it. Like, that's kind of how this person is. Like, when they when they go after somebody, it's like they go after, and they're going after not to play around. Like, they're going to, like, seal the deal here, because you have the Ten of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, which means over top of the Eight of Wands, which tells me that they're moving forward very passionately, very successfully, and then you get the King of Cups right directly over top of the Queen of Cups, because the Queen of Cups is right here and the King of Cups is directly underneath of it. So it's like this person is coming at you like you're going to see a massive change in somebody, especially if you're dealing with somebody who you know that you have feelings for, and you know that this is your story here with somebody, because you would know, like, even though there are differences between the two of you, you would have like an internal knowing. Like, again, with that stutter, like, there's something with a stutter here. It's like you internally know something, or they internally know something, and whatever is holding them back is not going to hold them back much longer, because these blockages are going to be cleared. And this person's going to go from the Knight of Pentacles to the Knight of Wands, and then you're going to get the King of Cups. And it's like a tower moment, because you're like, I didn't know that you felt this way, or I didn't see this coming. Like, this person's going to come out of nowhere and want to offer a commitment, clear as day. Like, you have a court couple here. Like, this person wants to offer emotion. This person wants to offer stability. They want to take care of you. They want to nurture you. Like, with the Hierophant here, they want commitment. This is going to be somebody who's going to, wife you up, or, like, I don't know if there's a term for being a husband, but they just want to wife you up. Or husband you up. Like, I don't know if that's the right term. But, they want to come in, like, they're coming in serious. Because there's a path here, and they see it. But they're hesitant because they still have to do some work. Like, they're holding themselves back, or somebody's holding themselves back because they still have to heal a little bit. But if you'll see in time, because this person's going to do a massive turnaround. They're going to communicate something to you that's going to change your perspective of how you see them. And you're going to be like, wow, like, okay, like, I see it now. Like, light bulb moment. And because they look at you as the Queen of Cups with the High Priestess. They know that you're intuitive. They know that you're, like, very... They know that you're a nurturer. They know that you're I don't want to say a giver, but, like, it's like you're that giving energy, and that's what they want. And I hope that doesn't come out, like, wrong, because it's not, like, in a wrong way. It's like this person sees that as, like, they see that as your strength, where it's like this person wants to come in and balance out your strengths. Like, they want to bring their strengths to the table, because they feel that their strengths balance out your strengths, which is really powerful, honestly. The fact that they see that's very powerful. I don't know, Aquarius. I think either you're going to do a massive turnaround with somebody, or you're going to notice a massive turnaround with somebody. Because whoever you're connecting with, like, it's... I don't think it's going anywhere. I think, if anything, it's going to be a tower moment, and you're going to be like, oh, shit. Like, this is it. But I feel like this is something that you've wanted. Because people can say what they want about Aquarius as a sign, being non-committal and all that shit. But, like, as much as an Aquarius might like to have their freedom, it's not about not having commitment. Like, Aquarius is actually, at least a lot of them that I know, they want that commitment. They want that stability, but they want the type of commitment that allows them to be themselves. And I think you're getting it. Like, it's coming into fruition. It's here. Like, all of the cards pointed to this, and I honestly didn't even pick up on it before. It was just kind of like a hidden aspect of the thing, because I was like, oh, maybe finances will come through, blah blah blah. No, you get a straight up relationship read. Like, this is soulmate connection. This is a reconciliation. This is past life. This is powerful. I'm surprised that the Four of Wands aren't out. Like, this is building a foundation, but, like, somebody's coming in because they don't want to see any other competition. It's kind of funny. Like, I'm sorry, it's just, it's kind of funny the way that I am picking up on this energy. It just kind of makes me laugh a little bit, because it's like, you're going to have to make a decision. Ace of Wands at the top of the deck again. Yeah, like, you're getting passion. I don't know. Like, maybe you don't see this side of this person yet, but, like, I feel like somebody's going to just, like, open up, and they're just going to, like, let that other part of themselves out, and you're just going to be like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that you were like this passionate. Like you could have been dealing with somebody who hides their this stutter. Give me 1 second. You could be connecting with somebody who has a stutter or somebody who stumbles over their words, because they are heavily emphasizing this, because I just cannot get my words out. Like you could be dealing with somebody who was very stoic in the past, or you didn't see any emotion in the past, and all of a sudden they just like open up like a butterfly, and you're just like, what? I didn't know that you had like all of this emotion in you. Could be dealing with the Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But they want to build. Like you have the Ten of Pentacles here. They want stability. They want a foundation. They're coming in as the King of Pentacles and the King of Cups and the man holding a heart. Like that's double emotion and stability. That's a lot. And the Hierophant. It's very spiritual. It's like divine orchestration, like at its finest. Anyway, I hope that these messages helped. I look forward to connecting with you guys in the future. Take care and good luck.